So what is going on, guys, and welcome back to episode number 3 of our FIFA Ultimate Team series. And we're opening 4 gold packs at the start of this because I realised that I did have the code to unlock the packs. So actually here I do go in and open them, and I can tell you now we do get a very good player, which I'm very pleased about. But that is actually in the last pack that we opened. But in this pack our best player was Lajic, or Lucic, I can't pronounce his name properly, but he's a 79 rated player, a pretty good left mid player, which I'm looking forward to using. Another good player that we pick up in this one isn't the best of players, but we do pick up a 77 rated centre midfielder. But this is our best pack of the 4, and that is because we get the Barcelona star. That's right, guys, we get Sergio Busquets, 85 rated centre defensive mid, a very good player. So I'm very pleased to pick up a player of his quality, especially to go into our club and to see if he can actually help us actually get up and do really well and hopefully get promoted. But that's not going to work very well so far, but you'll just wait and see as we go into the games. And that's it for the pack openings so far at the start of this season, the start of this episode I should say. And as you see here, we do go in against our first match, and we are at home as always, and we are up against Valencienata, and he has got a good Brazilian squad. He's got Casemiro, Ronaldinho, Pato, Diego Alves, Felipe Luis. He's got a pretty good squad, 100 chemistry, so it's going to be a difficult game against him. But Negredo does pick up the ball here and plays a good ball through to Sidney Sam. Sidney Sam this time plays a lovely ball over the top to Negredo. Negredo first time touch, and Diego Alves has to come up with a big boy save to actually deny us there from getting the goal, which would have put us 1-0 up in this game. So I was a little bit disappointed, to be honest, not to get that, because Negredo is normally really reliable from there. But unfortunately for me, he did not end up in the back of the net, and from the resulting corner, we did not come close to putting that one in the back of the net. So we still wanted to apply the pressure, but this time we do play the ball through, and our debutant Lucic finds the back of the net just before half time in the 44th minute. Absolutely, well, I couldn't believe that we had got that goal. Defoe does amazingly well to actually turn and spot him there, unmarked at the back post. He takes a good first touch and slots it underneath Diego Alves in our first game of this episode. And hopefully this would take us up and hopefully nearly clinch his promotion. But Willian here does run down the wing, puts a lovely ball into the box to Osvaldo in the 81st minute. And unfortunately for me, Osvaldo does find the back of the net. I could not get to the rebound. I could not actually get onto the line, I should say, even though I tried my very best to actually get to the byline to actually stop it, but unfortunately I couldn't. But here in the dying stage of the game, Defoe picks up the ball, plays the ball to Negredo. Negredo does very well. It comes to Defoe, but Defoe plays Negredo back through, and Negredo is one-on-one with Diego Alves. He tries to finesse, but unfortunately it's a beautiful save from Diego Alves to deny Negredo from getting the goal, which would have won us the game. But unfortunately, all we could do in that game was pick up the point with a 1-1 draw. So I suppose it's not the worst case scenario, but actually the worrying thing is none of our players were actually performing that well. Because they weren't performing that well, we're not going to be getting the results unless they start picking up and performing a lot better than they actually are. And as you see that we are on 8 points with 5 games remaining. We need at least 9 points to clinch promotion and 12 points to clinch the league title. So our form is not actually the best because we've lost, drawn, 1-1 and now drawn. So hopefully we don't want to see them L's going in there. But actually here, we do have to swap Negredo out because he was going to be out for 1 game because he had injured upper body. And because he was only going to be out for 1 game, I did decide not to actually go ahead and supply or go into the transfer market and buy a healing plaster, whatever they're called, because I thought it's only 1 game, so I'll just deal without him with 1 game. And our next game was up a very good opponents, and they went by the likes of a very strong team there. They didn't have the best chemistry, but they do have De Gea, Lindegaard, in goal. Klose, which is going to be very hard to play against. Sami Khedira in midfield. So they do have a very strong centre-back positions as well, all of them in their 80s. Khedira is 84, so it's going to be not an easy game whatsoever for me against this Bayern Munich side. Well, not Bayern Munich side, but against the side that has got the Bayern Munich badge, I should say. So, like I say, it's not going to be an easy game for me, but hopefully we'll be able to play well in this game to try and clinch promotion, which is my main aim for this episode, is to clinch promotion to Division 9. But we did not get to the best of start with our first game there, but for some reason this dickhead decided to play in Blackburn's colours, and because he played in Blackburn's colours I could hardly tell the difference. So, and their first goal, which I can tell you, we do come very close here to try and chip the goalkeeper, but unfortunately the goalkeeper does very well there to actually backpedal. But as you see here, I could not tell the difference when I was playing. You could tell the difference now, but sometimes you just cannot tell the difference. I just kept forking there my players, and our goalkeeper, an absolute disgusting mistake from him there. No way should he be conceding a goal at his near post, especially because it wasn't even a powerful shot. It wasn't in the top corner, and I was very disappointed that our goalkeeper actually conceded from there. But we're going to have to keep fighting unless we wanted to actually just give up, but we didn't want to give up, and they go through, and straight after the 22nd minute our goalkeeper does redeem himself by making a lovely save there, and we do then manage to get the ball clear. But they were on the attack once again, and this time they played a lovely ball through to Sami Khedira, and Sami Khedira, could he put a good ball in the box? He doesn't, but he does. He actually does cut back and try to find their player on the edge of the box, but thankfully we do get a block in. Guardado, their goal scorer, does put a good ball in the box. Fortunately for me, or unfortunately for me, Klose does put his head on it in the 32nd minute, and puts them 2-0 up. So pretty disgusted with myself, to be honest, that we were 2-0 up, and we did not deserve to be 2-0 down in this game. I think I just said 2-0 up, but we don't deserve to be 2-0 down in this game, because we weren't playing too bad. But once I get pissed off in the game, I just can't help it. Especially because the colour thing was even pissed me off even more. And as you can see here, my frustration, Diarra comes in, flying in, and Diarra does get sent off. I don't think it was a red card because there was enough players there back. I don't think it was a last man, but he does get sent off. And as you see here, he wasn't really a goal scoring opportunity because the keeper does save it and he shot before I took him out. But anyway, they do take the free kick here through Verdu, and thankfully they don't actually score from the free kick. And because they don't score from the free kick, I was pretty pleased, to be honest, that they don't score from the free kick. They did take their time over it. It does go flying into the wall, and we do then manage to get the ball clear through Asua Koto. But they were on the attack once again, but this time Sergei Busquets plays a lovely ball over the top to on some striker that we were playing instead of Negredo, and he should be scoring, but unfortunately it was a very, very disgusting, embarrassing effort, I should say, from him, and the keeper does make a good save with his legs there to deny us. But I was pretty disappointed, to be honest, that didn't end up in the back of the net, because if we wanted to win this game, we would have had to at least get that goal there. And very sloppy challenges coming in here. We were taking them out left, right and centre. This time Khedira runs on the wing. They were right on his own at the back. It was Marizev Klose, and Klose's not going to miss from there. And he was really pissing me off with this celebration, to be honest, because every time he scored he was using his celebration. And that was in the 60th minute now, and we went out 3-0 down up against this squad. And I just didn't know what to do, because I wasn't even playing that bad, but I think there was gaps opening it back as well, because especially I was only had 10 men, so that was why the gaps were opening up at the back. But here Chiriches tries to block the shot. He does do very well, but it comes to him in the back on the penalty area, and Baddeley in the 90th minute does end up scoring that goal to put them 4-0 up, and that just puts us out of our misery. And thankfully the referee does end up blowing the final whistle before they get a fifth. And I was really gutted, to be honest, to actually lose 4-0 against a club that we didn't deserve to lose 4-0 against. And actually our highest rating was a 7. That is very poor. 4 games remaining now, and we are still stuck on 8 points. Our record is 2-2-2, so 1-2, drawn 2 and lost 2. Not the best record, I must admit, and we're just not playing well with our ultimate team so far this series. But hopefully we could change that in the last game of this episode. And that's the last game of our episode. It's not going to be an easy game. Actually, here we do end up actually changing the kits. We have Villarreal kit for our home kit and Marseille for our away kit. We do have changed our badge as well to an Ajax badge. And we did have a very difficult opponents here. Pretty much, they did have quite a few Liverpool players. They had Diego Aspas, Daniel Agger, Lucas Leiva, and Sacco. They had Eric Lamela, Negredo as well, Jarvis. They did have a pretty solid squad, I must admit. Their only weak side, I'd say, was their right back position, not the strongest. And Diego Aspas isn't really that good a player. I don't rate him that much. But Snyder tries to get up here, but it comes to Sergio Busquets, and Busquets with a pretty tame effort and it was pretty comfortable save for Tim Krul there to deny us, but they do get a free kick here in the 6th minute. It comes to Adriano. Adriano plays the ball to Lamela. Lamela has a shot, and unfortunately for me, it does end up going in the back there, and it's pretty much like a P-roller. I was very disappointed that our goalkeeper didn't get anything on that, because I thought our goalkeeper should have definitely actually got a hand onto that, but unfortunately for me, he didn't, and we were now 1-0 down after 7 minutes, so we were just not getting better at all, but we do manage to depossess him from the ball here. It comes to Defoe. Defoe does play a good ball through to Sneijder. Sneijder to Negredo, and Negredo has a good shot, but a wonderful save from Tim Krul to deny us from getting our first goal of this game, I should say, and our second goal of the episode, because we just were not playing well. Negredo tries to get above, and this time Chiriches could not get near the header there, but a very, very poor clearance comes to Barcaro. He plays the ball to Eric Lamela, and look at this finish from Eric Lamela. Lovely curl on the ball, and he finds the back of the net, and that was an absolutely exquisite finish from Eric Lamela. And what can we do when a player like Lamela is in form like that? He was playing absolutely incredible football, and I suppose you just can't do anything when he plays that well. And look at this curve he managed to get on this ball to curve it round our goalkeeper. I just had nothing to say, to be honest. But here, just before half-time, Sergio Busquets does get the ball, plays the ball out to Sneijder, and Sneijder plays the ball through to Negredo. They do play the ball back to their goalkeeper, but some lovely determination from Negredo here actually puts the keeper under pressure, puts a lovely slide tackle, and we do get a goal back. So a lifeline was offered to us, 45 minutes had gone, and Tim Krul makes a mistake, and Alvaro Negredo does do very, very well to actually slide in and get a very good touch on that, to actually get the vital touch and end up slotting it into the back of the net. So very pleased that it ends up in the back of the net. But unfortunately, we go and do the same. As Negredo for them this time comes through, we play the ball back to our goalkeeper. Our goalkeeper tries to play the ball out, but no, it hits their defender, and we end up scoring an open goal. So there we go. I tried to blast it out because I thought he was going to get there first, but no, I didn't get enough power on it, and Diagne finds the back of the net. So that was pretty much disgusting. We ended up losing that game 3-1. We're still stuck on 8 points, and we have to pick up our form with 3 games remaining. Otherwise, we're not even going to clinch promotion to Division 9, and this is just atrocious. I could not believe our form in this episode. It was just, wow, it's just atrocious perform. We just were not performing, but that's why we decided we had to get rid of... We'll not get rid of someone. We had to buy someone on the wing because we were not performing on the wing, and that player was going to go by the name of Adel Taarabt. He's a 5-star skiller. He plays in the Barclays Premier League, so hopefully can get the chemistry up. And as you see here, there was 20 seconds left, and we were going to try and get him for 950 coins, which I believe is a pretty good price for Adel Taarabt, because Adel Taarabt is I must admit, is a very good player, 5-star skills, and he looks like a crucial player that could really help me get division, get promotion, I should say. And actually here, we do end up winning him and putting him into the squad. So we're now approaching the end of this episode. This is the second episode of today, or second video of today. So if you haven't seen the first video of today, which was the Sunderland, make sure you go and check it out and leave a like. Make sure you also leave a like on this one, subscribe if you're new, and basically, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.